Punch on Box, aka Mr. Moonshine himself, over here in your Dennis Ugas versus Manny Pacquiao, the press conference. Here, Mr. Moonshine, el adobo el sazón. You already know.
My heart. I'm so thankful to all of you media. Because of you, we become popular. We become known to all over the world because you helping us. So supporting boxing. It's,
you're welcome, Manny.
Thanks, Manny.
Thank you, everybody.
I feel sad, people think right now this is my last fight. I can feel it right now. But, I can feel it when I'm thinking about if this is my last fight. I can feel it and become lonely. But it could be or there's more. I love boxing. Boxing is my passion. That's why I sit here, keep on fighting, inspiring people. I really love to fight.
But how serious is it to run for the president of the Philippines, which the talking point has been that if this is the last fight, the election is coming up next month?
Well, it's hard to say no, I'm not, but let's finish first this fight, and I will. Of course, I am a politician, so things going is happening. So, like I said, every fighter that became a boxer, their dream is to become a champion in the world. So when you're a politician, you become a politician, then what's your dream? So to lead the nation, to lead the people, that's your dream. But right now I have no final decision yet. I'm going to make a decision final after this fight, probably next month, September.
If you do decide to fight again, would it be Errol Spence or somebody else?
Well, two fighters that I want to challenge, or if I'm still fighting, keep fighting. Errol Spence and Terence Crawford.
Amen.
I want to fight that.
Who would you rather fight? Manny, which one? This might sound like a crazy idea, but you've accomplished everything. What about moving down 140 pounds and challenging for the undisputed? That's the one thing that you haven't accomplished. And Freddie, if you want to go ahead and chime in on that as well, against Josh Taylor, I think a lot of people would be interested in that.
That's a good one. Like, first time I go down in 140, the hat on fight.
Manny.
Well, what do you think about that, Freddie?
And Manny, when you heard the news,
That's a happy memory.
Manny, when you heard the news that Errol got,
We'll see. I mean, one fight at a time.
Manny, when you heard the news that Errol was hurt, got injured and had to pull out the fight, what's the first thing that went through your mind, and were you disappointed?
I felt disappointed a little bit because I've been working hard and focused on this training camp. I did a lot discipline like that, doing my best training camp. But the good thing that they told me that the fight is not canceled, just a substitution. There's a bus it happened that he's another card, so he wanted to challenge me like that. And when I heard that Lucas, the one who took your belt, okay.
Manny, what do you have to say to people who, like critics of Earl Spence, that maybe don't believe the injury or believe something was up? What are your thoughts when you started hearing about that stuff?
It's hard to, if they are the situation of Spence, they will understand and realize and understand about the situation. Of course, Errol Spence would not do that. To train hard and you don't want to fight. The fighter is always a fighter. He wants a fight. Nobody will cancel the fight in your undergo training for how many months and cancel the fight. So they have to realize that they have to think more. Not became a short-minded.
Manny, I'm just curious what your thoughts are on all of the criticism as of lately that the WBA has been facing, and whether or not you believe that the sanctioning bodies have way too many titles.
About that issue, I always respect the decision of WBA. whatever the decision, I respect that. Good thing that it's just good thing that it just happened that we're going to settle it down in the ring on Saturday.
Being a local guy here, how does it feel to be back in Los Angeles, to be the first motor fight after the pandemic, the big crowd,
It's an honor and I'm so blessed because the first one of the biggest events in Vegas during the pandemic. So I'm excited to entertain the fans, to give my best and to make them happy.
Manny, if this is your last fight,
Dennis said that he wasn't worried about you knocking him out. What's your thoughts on that? Still got the attacking and punch, right?
You know, we'll see. I'm not predicting the fight, but I will do my best. I'm a kind of fighter that don't predict the fight, but what I did in training, I will do my best in the fight.
Man, when you look back on your
Hey guys, please put your mask on correctly. We can't be here.
you've had so many interviews times, all the way back. Is there a fight that is the most satisfying to you? What was your greatest victory?
Most greatest victory is
Manny.
you know why? Because I came from 135 to 147. That's unusual. I mean, not many boxers can do that. I mean, from 122, 126 to 135, and moving up to 147.
That was a fight that wasn't even for a world title, and that's you're saying you're going to non-world title fight. That's your biggest victory.
It's an Oscar. 147.
Hey Manny, Terrence Crawford has been trying to get a fight with you for a very long time. Can you just elaborate why that fight never came to fruition?
You almost have a fight with Terrence Crawford, just other kind. Yeah, also, yeah, pandemic affect the negotiation like that. There's so many considerations like that. But as long as I'm still in boxing, I'm open to and willing to fight Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence, or anybody.
When you become the president of the Philippines, would you challenge President Biden?
Manny, a lot of people consider you as the greatest fighter ever. What goes through your mind when you hear a compliment like that? It's a very big compliment.
Tudaraba for the people thinking about that. I mean, I said thank you very much for the people thinking about that.
Thank you.
Thinking about that, it's an honor, but you know, I'm a kind of person that all my achievements and accomplishments in life, I don't want to. I always consider myself as a humble and a simple, an ordinary person like anybody. I mean, that's me. That's in my heart. Because who am I to become a boastful, became a you know, I came from nothing into something, and I want to be an inspiration to all of you, to all the people of the world, not especially boxing fans.
Manny, is this the first Cuban fighter you faced, Manny? And if so, you know, who does Ugas remind you of that you fought in the past? Is he similar to anybody you fought in the past, you feel? Well, I don't think you. I think this is the first.
This is my first time.
Fought, yeah.
First time.
Does he remind you of anyone that you fought though? That you had? So this is a unique thing. What do you make of that? You know, that challenge, because a lot of fighters with a week's notice and maybe 2-3 days of sparring would have been like, no, you know what, this is too risky. Like, I'm too much at a disadvantage here.
I think if the going way around, like you're preparing for right-handed and then switching to southpaw, and you're not used to it fighting southpaw, then I might thinking about maybe cancel it because it's a southpaw. But this time around, I'm preparing for southpaw, but switching to right-handed. But I'm always fighting a right-handed in my career, so it's not hard for me to adjust.
Manny, Ishmael Salas reminded us that He beat you at I think it was 112 pounds back when you were like a flyweight or something. He was the trainer in that corner. Do you remember anything about that fight back, or Ishmael being part of that?
Who's that? Who's that?
Thai fighter.
The Thai fighter?
In Thailand, in Thailand.
Was in the corner of a Thai fighter you fought, and Thai fighter won.
You fought so many times you forgot.
Remember that?
When you were a flyweight.
When I flyweight, I was overweight. They stripped my belt before the fight.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not focusing that fight anymore because my thinking is moving up to 120 pounds.
Oh,
What's your
okay.
thoughts on Canelo Alvarez? What's your thoughts on Canelo Alvarez and his accomplishments?
He's one of the best. He's accomplished a lot and keep up the good work. I mean, your opponent, his opponent is only himself. If he keep on focusing in boxing and working hard, sacrifices, doing that discipline, he will last in boxing.
Did you ever have thoughts of fighting him at one point in time when he was 54?
I think 54 is too much for me because I'm 5'7", 5'6", 5'7". If I became 5'9", and then I can fight after the Margarito fight, they asked me about if I'm going to defend my belt. I told them, no, give it to them. Thank you. I'm going back to 147. I said, what I have done and why I'm moving up to 154. It's a good experience.
Manny, you've never been off for 2 full years like you are now. What is going to be the impact in terms of your timing and whatnot in your life?
Good thing for me because to have a 2 years day off and rest because of my body. I've been in boxing since when I was 12, non-stop. That's non-stop. And a good thing for me that I rested 2 years. When I back to training, like I feel like when I was young, like my desire, it was fun. Then
Manny, does it ever enter your mind, especially when you walk into this building? I know the fight is at the moment, and you're some of the biggest ones. It was 20 years ago. This year,
my fight this year, first time, my first fight in America this year.
No, I know, I was recent, but I'm saying, 20 years ago, when you come here and you think, well, gosh, you're the time belt. What are your thoughts when you think about everything that's happened 20 years since? Knockout with Wamba here and all the great fights.
No, I'm thinking that too. I'm thinking that last 20 years ago, I'm here, first fight with Wamba. Supporting main event with De La Hoya and Casemiro, June 23rd.
Manny.
Good thoughts when you think about that when you walk in the fight?
Yes, sir. So thankful to MGM for always supporting us, promoting Manny Pacquiao.
Manny, earlier you had mentioned Oscar De La Hoya. I'm just curious what your thoughts are on his return against Vitor Belfort. What do you think of him coming back?
I think because that's his passion. Boxing is passion. If the sport is your passion, even you live it, like you will miss it. That's why I don't want in my career. I don't want that to happen. That I'm going to retire now and come back again. The time is.
So you would never do an exhibition then? You?
Me?
Floyd Mayweather? Against a YouTuber. Against Floyd Mayweather.
I have another work to do.
Manny, which
Guys, last question.
which
Manny Pacquiao.
which record of yours will never be broken? The 4-decade champion or the 8th division champion?
Well, I think both. That's hard with 4 decades.
What's the oldest welterweight champion that you can break again outside?
The oldest?
You're the oldest welterweight champion.
I will break my record.
What do you think about that?
I will break my own record.
What do you think?
I'm happy for that. Them adding record to my resume. And not only that, but for the boxing at least at my career in boxing for more than 20 years, I inspire people. giving inspiration. I already give inspiration to the people, and you know, putting a record in boxing history. That's not easy. So it's an honor for me. That I am blessed by God because you know I'm not tall, I'm small, but you know in God there's
Manny.
Question right here. Right here.
Remember that.
What's more important to you, a belt that you win in the ring or what you do outside the ring as a public servant?
thank you for that question. You know, my heart desire if